Hey, today I want to have a look at this little thing here. This is called Terminal. It is a simple display made of plastic with a stand. You can put it either on the table like so, or you can put it on the wall with a little nail right here. It's that simple. And what does it do? It helps people stay focused and calm in an increasingly distracting world. When you take your phone and you look at something, you're gonna find yourself most of the time receiving advertisement, messages, DMs, and a lot of other things whenever you're gonna be checking some information, to the point where sometimes I find it a little bit annoying to go and check. With this device, there is no doom scrolling, there is no distractions, there is no other things and other fish to fry. It gives you the information you need whenever you need them. It is made with e-ink technology, and as you might know, I am a sucker for e-ink. Why? Because the battery lasts forever. It is an amazing print-like look, and it really just looks great. And you can change it whenever you want. And it looks like you've printed a little piece of paper without the actual printing process that you would have with the printer, paper, and so forth. Terminal is an open platform to keep things simple, because I'm not a geek, I'm not a nerd, I'm not a programmer. I'm a simple, very simple person. But I am very attracted by these kind of products because they can and will make your life easier. What it does is simply connects to a server, asks the information from that server, the server gives the data, and then it displays that on your device. It is very simple. That also means the fact that it's an open platform means that you can create your own plugins, which is basically apps that will display things on your device. If you know a little bit about programming, or if you have a friend like I do that knows a bit about programming, you can get some really cool things to display on this thing. So you have the official plugins, and that is basically the official apps that are supported by Terminal. And you have recipes, and those recipes is just other programmers and other people that own this device that had some fun creating other apps and features and things that you can take, modify a little bit if you want to, and make your own. So it is really just a recipe of, things put together to create an app. Those are accessible for free. You can take them, change them, use them. It is actually pretty cool. Another cool thing is there's no monthly subscription. Once you buy the device, you're basically buying the support and the space so that you can have a server on which you can have, through the dashboard, all your information stored that will go on the device. It is built in a way that it prevents outsiders, and that includes the company itself, from accessing your local network. This is not a device where, like an iPad or another device, regular traditional device, where you go and you say, okay, I want to change this, show it on my display, and it sends the information. No, as I said earlier, the way it works is you have a dashboard, you can set whatever you want on your dashboard, and then set it to a certain time that it's going to be displayed on your device. Once that time is over, the device is going to fetch again, ask the server to give the information if anything changed, and the server is going to do just that, send the input. So you'll have to wait every time you change something on your device for the device to request that from the server. So right now you can see here I have the weather that is displayed on my device. It looks really cool actually, but you can show a lot of other things, such as, for example, YouTube subscribers and views, jokes, Chuck Norris jokes, really fun, analytics for your website, your calendar from Apple or any other calendar, photos, and much, much, much more. There are in fact hundreds of different plugins, be it official plugins or recipes, as I said earlier. Another cool thing you can do is Mashups. Mashups is basically a way for you to display several of those plugins or apps, or however you want to call them, information at once on the same screen. What you can do is, for example, you can put a couple of them side by side, or you can put them on top and under, or you can put two on one side, one on the other side, or four of them at the same time. You decide. And I use that in a cool way, for example, to show how many views I got on my latest uploaded video on YouTube, and it shows me the French channel and the English channel on top of each other, since I have two YouTube channels in different languages. Or another thing that I use this for is to show my YouTube analytics and stats. Again, I can put them one on top, one under. You could also show, for example, the analytics on the left, and you could show the weather on the right. Whatever works for you. You can go a little deeper than that. One thing you can do is you can actually schedule those apps. So, okay, let's do a real life scenario here. You work 9 to 5 from Monday to Friday, okay? Let's say that you wake up every day at 7 a.m. and you leave at 5 to 8, for example. So you set this on a desk or on the wall by the entrance or wherever, and you say, okay, from 7 a.m. to 7:50 a.m., I want you to display the weather forecast. So that when you wake up, you can see it on the wall like it's a printed page, and it tells you, okay, today's gonna be sunny. So, whatever, you can dress yourself accordingly or whatever you want to do. So that's one thing. And then you could say, okay, when I come back home, let's say you come back between 6 and 7 p.m., you say, okay, I want to see the weather again at that time. And you could even make the device snooze, if you have it at home, between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. so that you don't use any battery during that time. And let's say that in the evening you want to chill and you want to show, for example, the movies that are coming out in the movie theater, or you want to show some cool quotes, or you want to show a fun fact or something from ChatGPT. Whatever you want to display on this device, you can set it to whatever time and schedule those times. That makes it very, very convenient, I think, because A, you can save battery, even though the battery, and I'll tell you more about it in a moment, can last for a long, long time, but also you can actually make it your own and make it your own schedule. The minimum time for an app to be displayed on the device is 5 minutes. So you will have to wait at least 5 minutes before you get a refresh from your dashboard. As I was telling you earlier, this cannot just get the information sent to it immediately. It has to wait for the device to request it to the server and then get the changes that you made. Let's now talk about the looks a little bit. This is made of plastic. It weighs 165 grams. It is very lightweight. I mean, this thing, you barely feel it. You can buy different colors from the website. As you can see in my office, it is a very bright and light office, so I got the white one, but you can choose from black, clear, see-through, white, faux wood, and there's a couple other colors. I think it's blue and sage that are not currently available on the website. Maybe they'll be back soon, I don't know. It's got a chrome-plated steel kickstand at the back that can be folded like so. And you can put this on your desk like this. It is the perfect angle, and honestly, it works great. Look, from any viewing angle, you see it properly. Let's not talk about the battery. It's got an 1800 milliamp hour battery by default, but you can upgrade for a few bucks, literally, to 2500 milliamp hour, which is pretty good. It's a nice little bump. And basically you can last up to 6 or 8 months at least with one charge. It is rechargeable through USB-C at the back. There's a little port. Very, very simple. You have an on and off switch, a reset, and just USB-C ports to charge it. And if you schedule this properly, you use it in a smart way, and you don't just keep refreshing every 5 minutes like I do, it might last you even longer. I'm thinking you go up to hundreds of days if you use it that way. This is a 7.5-inch e-ink display with 4 grayscales and fast refresh. I have a couple cons that were kind of already sorted, or they're being sorted, but I gotta tell you. The first one is that at the bottom here, it says terminal. I wish this wasn't here because it doesn't add anything. If anyone asks me what device this is, I would tell them this is terminal and give them the website. So anyway, I know that they removed this from the next device, the new one that they're working on, the X model. And that brings me to the next con, which is the size of the screen. It is nice, but I wish it was bigger. And in fact, they're working on it as we speak. They're gonna soon launch the bigger model. It's gonna be a bigger screen, and that's gonna look really, really cool. If you have deeper questions, you can always either write to support. They're amazing. They answer within minutes. It's crazy. At any time of day that I wrote to them, even from Europe, they're in the US, they answer really fast. The other thing you could do is you could go check a bunch of other videos talking about Terminal, about this device, from actual programmers and people that are a little bit geekier than me, so you can get deeper information. But I really wanted to give you my honest point of view about this device. I find it fun. I find it cool. It just sits there and does nothing else than just show you information. And sometimes that's all we need, because we have so much info being thrown at us from all over the places with all displays everywhere, that having something actually this simple that unclutters all those, notifications and information is, I think, very cool and convenient. And if you're a YouTuber and you want to show your subscribers, you can set it right here on the side. This might be the device for you. I see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my content and you don't want to miss anything that is coming up. And I see you very soon. Cheers.